Hey, what's going on, the YouTube's SEO0320 representing JVS. So I was able to check out Favorite. I actually was really intrigued by it because I knew that Green Book, Roma, Black Klansman, Vice, and something else were up for Best Picture nomination. And not just that, the fact that Olivia Colman, Emma Stone, and Rachel Weisz are all up for nomination, which is crazy because Emma Stone and Rachel Weisz are literally competing for the same exact Best Supporting Actress role, which is fitting because this role in this movie embodies that. So you got Abigail, you got Sarah, and then you got Anne. Anne is the queen. She's messed up. I don't know the medical condition that she's actually having because progressively it just gets worse. I know she had gout and something happened with her leg, and then progressively at a certain point, like the side of her face just went limp, and her whole entire body on the left side just went limp completely. Then you have Sarah, who is basically like a lady, her servant, and like her second hand, who, you know, is really telling her how to handle a lot of these diplomatic decisions when the queen has got all these different people that are just fueling the fire, so to speak, about where things need to go progressively, whether they need to go peace, to save money, or they need to go to war to preserve, you know, the parliament. And then you have Abigail, who just comes out of nowhere because her whole entire lineage got cut down because of something that her dad did. And it's kind of just like watching her kind of like, not weasel her way in, but in so many words she did, you know what I'm saying? And it's kind of just like, by the end of the movie, which I didn't think I would do, I feel for every single one of them. I feel for the queen just because of her situation, like her mental state, her emotional state, and her physical state in and of itself. The mental side is where I think Olivia Colman does a masterful job, because she goes from these different moments where, I don't want to say she has like Tourette's or just like an impulse control issue, but there's moments she just like, any semblance of just peace or whatever, she just like snaps out and like kirks out on whoever it is. And then there's moments where she just like can't handle like her pain, and she just has to go and retreat and feel something pleasurable to some nature. And then that's where, you know, Lady Sarah comes in, which is Rachel Weisz's character. But Olivia Colman does such a masterful job. The fact that she did so good in this, and I looked up The Crown, the next season, she's going to be playing Queen Elizabeth II. She's going to nail it. She's going to freaking nail it. Like, I can promise you that. Because out of all their performances, hers was the strongest. Like, I was really thinking that Emma would probably like just steal the show, and she does. She, like, her scenes, there's a moment with the book, there's a moment where, you know, she's like playfully like fighting in the woods with this other guy, and just the line of dialogue, and then just how like messed up and cunning at the same time she is. And then the other side of that is Rachel Weisz. Like, Rachel Weisz is a phenomenal actress. Like, I've been following her from a grip. What was one of the first roles I saw her in? Was it The Mummy? I think that was one of the first roles I saw her in. But she is a phenomenal actress. And it's kind of like she holds her ground against Emma Stone. At first she kind of just like is really like, oh, I feel pity for you. I was like, is she playing the game? Does she know that there's a game going on? I think the realization when things start to get real is when you find like Emma Stone starts doing these subtle gestures, and you pick up on it, you know what I'm saying? And it's like this back and forth all the way throughout the whole entire film. But specifically when they start shooting like birds, and I was like, Emma Stone is faking it. Like, she is legit. I could tell, like, it was like moments where I was like, well, maybe she's just trying to, you know, get in and be a part. Like, no, she's coming for that #1 spot. She's coming for you. I don't care if y'all cousins, she's coming for you. And it's a great performance-driven film. Like, throughout. Like, there's moments that are really funny, and there's moments that are just, like, disheartening, and there's moments that are just, like, unnaturally uncomfortable. Specifically the end. Like, I felt unnaturally uncomfortable. Like, matter of fact, I felt like, I don't want to say, like, so down that, like, I was like, man, my mood switched. But so many levels, I was like, man, this is just terrible. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think the moment when Emma Stone was, like, putting her foot on this rabbit, I was like, there's going to be a metaphor here. And sure enough, when you think about what's happening to Lady Sarah, when you think about where the queen is physically at this point, and then even though Emma Stone is at a certain level of power, like, just just kind of like that overlying theme of just this. And I was just like, yo, the director is clutch for that. I'm not sure who the actual director was. I believe it was Yorgos Lanthimos. I don't know how to pronounce his last name at all, or his first name. I apologize for that. But in and of itself, the film was very well done, very well directed, very fun, but very dark and very uncomfortable that I didn't expect personally. But for me, I mean, I think it was at least a 9.5 out of 10. I was really, I mean, the performances were the best part about it. Now, the cinematography, there was these fish, I think they're called fishbowl shots. Like, it was really weird. And then even the dance choreography, I was like, this is really modern. You know what I'm saying? Like, so there's a modern edge to the way that this is actually developed. And normally Guy Ritchie does stuff like that. It's just really interesting. Oh yeah, Nicholas Hoult, who plays a really interesting character in this one. He does a really good job in his performance as well. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this review. I'm going to be uploading this and Roma together at the same exact time. I'm not going to have time to look at Green Book. I'm not going to have time to look at A Star Is Born. I'll probably look at A Star Is Born tomorrow sometime. But let me know what you guys think. Who you rooting for the Oscars? Talk to you guys later on. Keep it locked. JVS, we ain't gonna stop. Peace, guys.